Okay, so I want to also put out a video about the new expansion. Like some of you were asking me how I feel about it, and I said that it feels very underwhelming and it doesn't feel like an expansion. And like I just want to tell you why I said that and why I believe they didn't show us much. First of all, the only thing they showed us that was kinda expansion feature or could be considered as an expansion feature is one, the obviously the zones is all dragon themed. They're going to do lots of stuff with the dragon aspects and so on. Okay, that's great, but we need more. We didn't get enough. We didn't get how we are going to interact with them. We didn't get to see. By the way, I'm not talking about what they said, because I'm done believing in what they say. I just want to see action. I want to see them do it. So I'm just going to talk about what they showed us. So based on what they showed, we have the cinematic, which was bare bones. It looked great, but it didn't tell much about what's going on, what we are going to do, and then they showed us the class. Obviously, this is the expansion feature they are telling us, they're selling us, which seems okay. Like, I think they can all update the visuals a bit more before launch, but it seems like a fun way to play the game, like especially empowered abilities. This thing I want to see more of. This sounds like a great fun way to interact with the game. And so when we think about WoW, usually classes play great. That's where the game is good at. Like playing the game using your class abilities. So okay, I like this a lot. I'm like, okay, new class, new way to play. They could have done something else. Like I was hoping for a class overhaul where all the classes get like a draconic ability or something, but fine. Probably that will be too difficult for Blizzard to handle, balance around. So I'm content with this. But this is the problem. This is the only thing they showed us that is like an expansion feature. Because everything else they showed, such as this one, become a dragon rider, this feels like a patch content. This feels like, hey, we are adding a customizable mount that you can customize and have different skills with. This feels like something they will add with some mini games, with some world quests that you can do it, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, I like this. This is like a great addition. This comes from Guild Wars too, and they should have done this, I think, like years ago. But the problem is, I am 99% sure they're not going to design any end game content around it, or any actually kind of meaningful content around it. So this is not going to be an expansion feature. This will be just an addition to the game that they could have done with a patch. That's why I think this is like a patch feature. It's like 9.2.5. And then we have, okay, they talk about the zones. Yes, expansion feature. We are getting new zones based around dragon teams. We didn't get to see what's happening inside all of these. What are we going to do here? They are going to probably explain more. But yes, this is the expansion feature. So we have the zones. They showed us the zones. Great. Nothing bad so far. More about the dragon riding. But again, this looks cool, but doesn't feel like an expansion feature. And finally, this one that I hated. No, okay, let me rephrase it. I love the fact that they're doing this, but I hate the fact that they're selling us as an expansion feature. All of these individual things should be like a patch. Like the new HUD, for example, the new UI. They're basically adding ELF UI into the game, which again they should have done many years ago. But they're telling us like discover new ways to play. This is not a new way to play. Just having a UI add-on or customizable UI is not a new way to play. It is great, again, don't get me wrong, I love it, finally, but I'm also sure LUI will still be better than this. Number 2, we have professions and crafting. They are overhauling the crafting system, profession system. Not by a lot, but again, this could have been done in a patch. Like, hey, we're adding work orders that people can put. And if you read it a bit more in detail, the only thing that they are going to use at endgame is probably the quality mechanic. And I don't want this game to turn into Lost Ark or something. I don't want people to just spam or gamble to get like higher quality stuff. It's just, if that's what they're planning for the end game as an expansion feature for the professions, that feels shallow. That feels, I don't know, that's not what I hoped for. But again, I should have stopped hoping probably. But again, this is a better system than what we have right now. So, okay, I would say okay. And final, new talent system. This one pissed off me the most, especially when they were talking about it. By the way, these days I really can't stand listen to them talk about stuff. They say like they are listening, and I'm like, you have been listening for years. Please stop talking. Just do it and show it. It's like, guys, if you still listen to devs talking, if you still believe what they say, I have a bridge to sell you. Like, I have an NFT to sell you. So if you're going to come down, like comment under the video saying like, oh, they said that, they told that. No. If they don't show it, I do not believe it. They have to show that, hey, this is what we did. Such as these, for examples. Now, new talent system. This should have been a patch. This should have been like 9.4 even. This should be like, okay, you know what we have done? We put all the Covenant abilities together on the new talent system because you all learned all of these and etc. Oh, by the way, this is great. They could utilize this new talent system in such a great way. They can add, you know, the previous tier bonuses here. They can add Legion artifact power here. Like, they can add so many things that will make this new talent system cool because we used so many borrowed powers until now. I'm excited for this. So this one I will say, okay, new way to play. If it is a comprehensive talent system that includes lots of previous borrowed power and new ones, okay, this is a new ways to play. This can be considered as an expansion feature, but they haven't showed like key features such as a bit of the story. So what's the story like? Even if it's like something small, not a major threat, what is it? They didn't show the for example, any of the new dungeons or any of the new raids. I'm sure they are going to be great, but if they don't include, for example, if these new dungeons, new raids don't include, for example, dragon riding, or don't include expansion unique features, then they just additional, content, just like a patch would do it. Now, I will say this one more time. I'm not against anything they are doing. They are kinda doing an overhaul to all the systems. They're like making lots of quality of life changes, and the game feels better to play, which is great. Again, this is too late, but I will take it. But the thing is, we still didn't get any features out of the expansion. We still don't know. They said lots of stuff, but guys, I can't stand them talk. I can't stand Blizzard devs talk anymore. Like, whenever they are talking, I feel like calling the cops. I'm like, hey, this guy should be in jail for like minor felony or something. Like, that's how I feel. That's how I'm frustrated when I listen to devs speak. I just can't. I can't with them. So that's what I want to see. Now, you might say that, oh, they are going to show in the future. I know. I'm just waiting for it. But by my initial expression is underwhelming. I like the changes they have doing. I like the addition of dragon riding. But all of these could have been done. Like, listen, that's what I'm trying to say. All of this could have been done with any expansion, with any without even an expansion. It could have been done in Shadowlands. You don't need an expansion to add something like this. So when you're adding something like this with an expansion, it needs to come with lots of gameplay features. This needs to come with, you know, end game raiding that has Dragonflights in it, or like anything. Like, you can go wild with your imagination here. So I will wait for that. I will wait for them to explain the raiding, explain questing, explain leveling up, talk about like show raids. And if they include all these features, if they include, for example, lots of new talents, for example, being useful in different raids and content, that you can actually, each time you go to a raid, it's like a different experience, 100% I'm sold. Like, yeah. Or if they add lots of profession and crafting options that, again, change your endgame or makes the endgame a bit more different, yes, new ways to play. But you can't sell me on the idea that a new HUD display, new heads-up display, or like integrating LUI add-on into the game is not a new way to play. Come on, like, you're not kidding anyone. Anyway, that's it. So overall, I am underwhelmed with the expansion for now, but I'm also a bit frustrated because I had, like, guys, I skipped through lots of the stuff when they were talking. I was like, oh, we are listening. Like, I hate the fact when Iron talked like, you know what, I am the hero, I fixed the talent system, I fixed that. Like, you did that yourself, man. Like, people told you that was not a good way to go, and you did it yourself anyways, and now you are coming in like, you know, I come to the rescue, I fixed this. Like, no, come on, be humble. The hubris these devs have, it's just frustrating me so much. Just be humble. Just say that, you know, you fixed it. Just say that, you know, you finally listened past form, and then you did this, and people will take it. People will say, yes, you listened, you fixed it, good job. But do not say I am listening and then don't show any results. That's when people like me get frustrated. That's when we are like, okay, we don't care if you're listening, present form, present continuous form. We want you to have listened and did something about it. Anyways, that's it. I think the expansion have the potential to include lots of fun stuff in it. I don't have my hopes up, but I think this time they might have something good on their hands, but I need to see it. I do not believe anything they say. I need to see it. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, please comment down below what you think. Do you guys agree with me? Do you think devs are actually listening for like 10th time and they are going to do what they say? Or it's just like a PR talk? They're just saying that they are listening. That's why they didn't show, because they think, because they know that we will understand that they didn't listen, and we will complain about it. Yeah, that's it. Cheers. See you guys soon. You guys around in the raids.